Hi friends, let me hope you all are fine. Welcome back to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for returning back here. Thank you for your love and your support. I appreciate much, guys. May God bless you. But if it is your first time to be on this channel, hello, welcome to my channel and thank you for stopping by. Please watch this video to the end, and after watching this video to the end, remember to watch my other videos too. You're going to learn lots of new things that will help you in your search for that right man. So dear friends, our today's video is going to be about this story that has made headlines on social media, especially Instagram, about this soft life Black American influencer by the name of Ashlee Janae, who traveled to Zanzibar to celebrate her 31st birthday with her boyfriend. And on that trip, the lady lost her life. But the whole story on how she lost her life in Zanzibar, it has made everyone talk about this, and that is why I am here too to talk about it. So apparently the police in Zanzibar have said that the lady took her life by herself on a door. But some are saying she was found on a tree, but the Zanzibar police in Tanzania are saying she was found in her room unconscious and herself on the door. But what is making people talk a lot is about the boyfriend, who is the fiancé, because on that trip, apart from celebrating her 31st birthday, the guy proposed, can you be my wife? And it was such a beautiful proposal. Everything was posted because remember, Ashlee was an influencer, a soft life influencer, a lady that chose to be in an interracial relationship, something that made most unhappy, very sad, angry at her. Because I've seen lots of comments and I'm like, oh my God, what's this? How can someone with a heart write something like that about another human being? But yeah, it is the way it is. So me going through this story, I sat down and I started asking myself lots of questions. Okay, I was like, so if this lady, decided to herself, after enjoying her 31st birthday, they were in a very luxurious hotel, which said to be costing $950 per night. So celebrated, all was, very good. She was so happy. Then the guy proposed, which is every woman's dream. And then after 2 days, you just decide, I don't want to live anymore. And yourself, where was the fiancé? So those are the questions that came into my mind. Hours kept on going, people kept on posting the updates, and the update that came up is these people had a fight, and after having that heated fight, the hotel staff decided to separate them by giving them different rooms. When I heard that, I was like, this is very suspicious. So if everyone went to sleep in their own rooms, how did this guy find the lady herself? But then when I went to read the police report, she was found by a room service person, not even the fiancé. So after being found, was taken to the hospital, and when was admitted at the hospital, later they declared her no more. But again, I asked myself, and this is what everyone is asking, so if all that happened, how comes the fiancé communicated with the family after 11 hours? What was he doing? It keeps getting very suspicious, and you start even imagining maybe this whole thing was staged. Like, we are going to have a fight and then they're going to separate us, give us different rooms, and then I'll find a way to come back and finish what I wanted to finish. Because you think about it, what if these people never had a fight? How was this girl going to herself? if that fight did not happen, what story was he going to give us? Like, what happened? He went out and then came in and found her like that. It was going to be very, very suspicious than this narration that we are hearing. But my other thinking was, yes, they had that heated fight. Was it the first time? So I just wish people close to this girl, if they knew her love story, because they said it lasted for 1 year, dated that rich guy for 1 year, and then proposed. So how was their love relationship? I just wish her close friends know anything, or even a family member who knows anything about their relationship. If it was normal for them to fight, if they used to fight, then we'll say, okay, the couple had a relationship that wasn't stable, not the one we saw on social media. Because on social media, everything was wow, 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 wow. When we talk of these ladies that post soft life content, oh my God, when you watch their videos, you'll be like, some ladies are very, very lucky. And to single ladies, you'll be like, I wish to find a man that will treat me like that. I'm not saying it's wrong, because let's be honest, who doesn't love that soft life, that luxurious life? We all do. And that is what she used to post on her Instagram. But now, as hearing they had a heated fight, to an extent they were separated, that must have been so serious. So I wish the police in Zanzibar could investigate more, get deep into what happened, really interrogate even that staff that separated them and gave them separate rooms. What was the fight all about? What are the words that they pronounced to each other? You know, when people fight and they're fighting about something, of course, they'll be throwing words at each other. I don't think this couple was fighting in silence. No one is talking to each other. They're fighting in silence, and then they get separated. The lady should sleep in her own room and the guy should sleep in his own room. And it was also strange to me. I've never heard of this. This is the first time. But if you have ever heard such kind of a story, please write in the comment section below. Like, you go to the hotel and you start fighting, then it's the hotel choosing for you that, hey, I think you should sleep in separate rooms. I've never heard of that. For me, what I think is it was up to the couple to ask the hotel staff to give them separate rooms. But they say this was a 5-star hotel. There is very good security and they keep an eye on their guests for their safety stay. So maybe it is normal. Maybe it is how these 5-star hotels do things if the fight is to happen between the couple or people that came together and took one room. But to me, it is really strange. Very, very strange, guys. And as I was going on social media, I came across a comment of someone who said this girl was warned when was dating this guy, was warned that be careful, that guy will hurt you. But now people are blaming Ashlee to ignore that comment. Like, she ignored red flags, she was even warned, you know. But when I came across the comment, like the original comment, I'll put it here, even if it was me, guys, I was going to ignore that comment. Why is that? This girl was in an interracial relationship and declared it out there, prefers to date white men, not black men. So there were people who disagreed with her choices. You know how social media is. People will just feel entitled to choose for you who you should date. So as much as this girl had a very good community that loved her so much, because I've come across also comments of people saying that, oh my God, she was a very beautiful lady, not only outside, even inside. Someone to say that, that means they have followed her for so many years. They know her character, how she talks to people, how she interacts with her fan. But apart from having a very good community that loved her so much, also had lots of hate. And this has been happening not only to her, to so many content creators. Yes, you can get good comments, but we cannot avoid the haters. Me reading that message, someone that is a content creator, an influencer, I'm not of that big content creator or an influencer, but I understand the situation. Sometimes when you get such kind of comments, you just choose to ignore. Also, when I came across comments of the haters now, her haters, saying that she deserved it, I was like, what? How can someone say such kind of a thing? So, can you really take that hater seriously? Someone who is saying she deserves it, and all Black African women that are into white men, they think that white men are superior. They think that dating a white man is everything, should also have the same ending of Ashlee. Oh my God. Oh my God. So you cannot really pay attention even if these people write things that are real, or later after 1 year they will become real. So my wish again is for the investigation to be done and look for that person that wrote that comment about that guy, that this guy will harm you. Talk to that person to understand. Ask, why did you write such kind of a comment that eventually came true? Did you know the guy? Maybe it will be true. The person knows the guy and was trying to warn her. But on the other side, for me, I just feel like it was just a hate comment, you know, someone who didn't like the couple and decided to write that. Then things happen in life. She's no more. And we are not openly saying that the guy did it, but it is very suspicious. Honestly, this whole story is so suspicious. I pray for this girl and her family to get justice. Most have been talking of Zanzibar, Tanzania, being a country where bribing is normal, so they were like, they're going to bury everything. Somewhere like the truth will never be found of what actually happened. But for me, I am praying for God to intervene for the truth to be found, because Ashlee's family has made a statement and they're saying they did not get like a clear story of what actually happened from Ashlee's fiance, which is sad. This is the guy that dated her for 1 year, proposed to her, which means they had plans of getting married. How can something like that happen and you spend 11 hours without communicating to her family to let them know of what happened? Also, through the comments and the videos that I've come across on social media, some are saying that used to post this guy a lot on her Instagram, was so proud of dating him. But on this guy's social media accounts, there was not even a single post of Ashlee. And that tells us a lot. Yeah, so as a lady who is out there searching for love, we should really be very careful. And to a comment from these people that are saying she deserved it, no woman deserves her life to end in the hands of a toxic man. No, guys. No. And those that are insinuating, or it's because he's a white guy, she's a black woman, you know, that is why he did that to her. Again, guys, I repeat, we still don't know. The case is under the investigation, but the situation is very suspicious. That is why even me, Bella, I decided to come here and talk about it. Just an imagination that everyone has been imagining, that maybe this guy did something to this beautiful sister. It has nothing to do with color, guys. Not at all. It has got something to do with the behavior the character. So we shouldn't say, oh, because he dated this white man, that is why all this happened. No. What kind of a white man did this beautiful sister of ours dated for 1 year? His character. How was he treating her? Did he have any skeletons, in the wardrobe that maybe our sister didn't know and came to find out when they went to Zanzibar and after he proposed? Because the truth is, you cannot know someone fully. What we depend on are the red flags. Yes. So you date someone and you start seeing red flags, better take actions, because those are the signs that tells you you are in a wrong place. So I think people should just stop saying it is a rational thing. You all know that I'm an online dating coach. I've been coaching ladies, I've been coaching guys on relationships, online dating. There are times where you find that I have 4 ladies, this is an example, and all these 4 ladies are dating white men online or are getting to know white men online. And then I give them the test, okay? Same test. Test this guy like this, test this guy like this, and test this guy like this. But the test is the same. Among all these 4 ladies, only 1 guy passes the test. And they are all white. Why am I saying this? It is to tell you that not all white men are bad and character is important. Because if these all 4 white guys were bad, that means all of them could have failed the test. But because the 3 are bad and one of them is a good white guy, a quality one, that is why he passes the test, okay? If it is 10 out of 10, it is a 10 out of 10. Whereby the other 3 got 0 out of 10. So stories like these shouldn't scare you and you start being like, hey Bella, I'm even scared of these white men. I don't want to try. Did you hear what happened to Ashlee? Even yesterday, I started getting messages. Some are my babies, some are just my subscribers telling me about Ashlee's story, asking Bella, have you heard this story of Ashlee? Oh my God, we should be very, very careful. Bella, you have been warning us. And what I've been warning you of is that stop focusing on people's relationships, especially these bling bling relationships, the perfect ones that we see on social media. We should all stop. You come across a lady, she's talking about living the soft life, how she's being treated well, how she is traveling the world, living that luxurious life. Don't start wishing to be her, not at all. And don't start feeling like you are the unlucky one. That is why you haven't found anyone, or that is why you have found guys that are not up to the level of the guy that Ashlee was dating. No. What we see on social media, even I came across another comment, someone was saying that what we see on social media, we should understand that it is pause, cut, edit, post. Okay? We can never know the real situation that is happening in that couple's life. Yes, you come across a good story, be happy for that lady, move on, focus on your life. How the world is running, it is a strange way. I always say this to my babies, especially when you come and then we start working together. You want us to work on your pictures, so I always tell you, take really good pictures. You have to be in vibrant colors, the vibrant colors, that suits your skin tone. And most ladies be like, but Bella, why? We have to stand out. We have to create that curiosity. And how do you create that? By looking really good, because that's how the world is running. Everything should look perfect. So even her Instagram account, what she used to post everything was perfect. But was it really perfect in real life? We do not know. But hearing this heated argument that they had at the hotel, and this was after a guy proposing, it is giving us lots of questions if that relationship was really perfect as it was displayed on social media. So please, dear sisters, focus on your life. Let us leave alone the things we see on social media. Just see them, smile, laugh, but don't lose focus on your life. So guys, let's talk a bit about the guy that Ashlee dated. And to be honest with you, I didn't know about this couple until all this happened, until this lady lost her life. And going through her Instagram, because it is public, I came across a post that she posted that people won't care about you until you are rich, but also dead. And wow, it touched me because I didn't know about her. And I don't think there was a day I was going to sit here and talk about her if what happened did not happen. Yeah. So going to the guy that she dated, it is said he is into crypto. And when I heard the guy is into crypto, yes, he's a successful businessman, I was like, okay, I have been telling my babies to avoid guys that are into crypto. Yeah, if you're my baby, if you ever came to me and you tell me, oh my God, Bella, I'm chatting with this guy, he's into crypto or he is into trading, I always tell you, girl, run for your life. Even one time I was talking to one of my babies, is a guy, and he brought trading into the topic. The way I talked to him, I was like, what, you are into trading? And I gave him my own view and what I have experienced with ladies dating guys that have been into trading. The guy was like, no, Bella, don't worry, it's not me, I'm talking of someone else. Because at that time I was ready to run to my baby, because I was guiding both of them, and tell my baby, girl, no, this guy is not for you. He is into trading. But no, he was talking about someone else who has been into trading, and it affected him to an extent. This guy resigned. As I'm talking to you right now, is jobless, has used all his life savings to trade. His life is in misery. And he's a guy that is always under pressure, because when you trade, you can never be at peace. When you lose, your relationship even changes with people that are close to you. The way you start treating them, because you're very frustrated, tensed with the whole situation that is going on with your money. Last time I also talked to another baby of mine, and we were talking of the guy she was chatting to. The guy was into crypto. I told her no from the start. No. And then she told me, Bella, I have some friends who got married to guys that are into crypto and everything is fine with their marriages. I was like, okay, good for them. And if you say that it's like that, maybe find more information, real information from those ladies before you go ahead with a guy. But if it is up to me, that guy is a no. And I'm happy later my baby did the homework I gave her, eventually discovered that that relationship could not have worked. So I always avoid guys that are into crypto, guys that are into trading, guys that are into gambling their money. So when other content creators were reacting about what happened to Ashlee in Zanzibar, we should keep it in mind the case is still under investigation, because Ashlee's family is asking for clarification, for the truth, to understand what actually happened. But people have started, to talk about the guy. Everyone is saying what they are seeing, judging from the story, judging from this guy's social media accounts, and some even insinuated that the guy, his business and everything, even how he talks, due to the interviews that people did with this guy, talking about his business, and people are like, just looking at the videos, you can tell that this is the guy that is so good at talking and good at selling people the dream. Like, he will sell you a dream and you will buy it. Some even talked about, his eyes, because I told you, looking at someone's eyes can tell you a lot. Through guiding the ladies online, sometimes they send you photos of the guys they are chatting to or the guys that they have started dating, and when you look at the picture, oh my god, just the eyes, you feel at peace, you see kindness in the guy's eyes. Yeah, so eyes can really tell, honestly. So people talked about Ashlee's fiance's eyes, how they are. They're like, not at all. And then came a profile photo that this guy was using either on Facebook or on TikTok. He had a black mask, covered himself like this, and that photo, I can tell you the truth, it was so creepy. Yeah, people commented about that photo and were like, what? That photo tells a lot and is so scary. Came other comments of people that said, even after all this that happened, this guy has kept on with his life as nothing ever happened. And this confirms with what the family has just said in the statement that did not get clear answers, not saying it all, and is not available. Oh, it is sad, 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 sad. May her beautiful soul rest in peace. Amen. So lastly, I know some of you that have been following her, or you have heard this story too on social media, on Instagram, you are asking yourself a question. Everything that was posted on her Instagram was perfect. The guy seemed good. Even in the video clips, you could see the chemistry between them. And now you're asking yourself, how can a man change like that? How is that possible? You spoil someone like that, because this girl used to travel all around the world to luxurious destinations. So you be like, how can a guy spend on you that much, make that beautiful engagement proposal, and then take your life? This is the same thing I have discussed previously, that it has to do with someone's character. And if you remember, recently there is a video I did, and I was telling you guys that, giving you an example of online dating apps and sites, because I know most of you are on the apps and sites. I said, don't bother, don't stress over a guy that chats you. Within an hour, you discover that he was not serious, or within 2 days, you discover that was just a player or a scammer, but has not scammed you. We should worry of guys that pretends, okay? They come to you pretending to love you, to be kind, to be respectful, date you, then you marry them, and voila, they show you their other character, their other side that is really so bad. So it is possible this guy that Ashlee dated had two sides. Maybe it was a guy that is toxic, very manipulative, and when things goes his way, then everything is fine. He will love you, will respect you, you will be his queen. But when you try to challenge him, when you try to question him or say no to any of his requests, then the other side of him comes up. That is when you hear stories like this. A guy that showed to be perfect, pampered her, gave her everything, even proposed to her, and all of a sudden, we are hearing this strange story. God, I pray to you that this lady gets justice. Yeah, the truth has to come out. Those people at the hotel, with God, a miracle can happen. Someone might speak out. You never know. And dear sister who is still searching for love, I wish you all the best, but please search wisely. You are dating a guy, let it be in real life, let it be on the dating apps. Never ignore red flags just because of his color, just because he has money, is spoiling you. Never do that. So I'll just end here. If there will be any update, I will let you know, guys, because this story has touched me so much. Me being a Tanzanian, and it happened in Tanzania, and being someone who has been talking about interracial dating. Yeah.